I want to take this opportunity for welcoming all to the Government of Salone weekly government press and civic engagements with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. They bring come to the people of Salone every week. I'm very proud for say we don't be consistent, we don't one day late, we always be on time. We don't prove one simple true at this country where they say Saloma no they respect time. Now you where they in leadership you can change that. Now almost 2 years and so I know one day starts 1 minute late the press conference now yeah. So na record and the way we want learn the report on as well. I want to tell thank you to all the partners the way they help with for bring this program cancel now. Particularly, I want to tell thank you to we partner in VSO. We mean say all programs with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education they do, inclusive and they get sign language, and they're always again consistent now with we broadcast. I also want to tell thank you particularly to UNDP, to the Chinese government, Seawata, Orange, Africell, One Mobile, and all the other family with the support we in one way or the other. Follow we do this every week. Today we get two major issues for can discuss now. On my right, we can talk about persons with disability and within the apple now na the sector. We get the outstanding Minister of Social Welfare, Madam Melrose Kaminti, when a strong pillar, we don't they push for transform this sector and for bring sanity for advance the sector in the country. I also please for congratulate and welcome the newly approved Chief Commissioner, National Commission for Persons with Disability, Mr. Brahima Abdullahi Sharif. I see members of that sector here for commend them. Mr. Sharif, na man we don't be chairman of the Human Rights Commission. Me and two be work together. That they himself na be activist. He come with a fine record of outstanding accomplishment. We make His Excellency President Bio appoint him for this prestigious position. We also get on my left another major issue where you camp and fish, marine. The minister we don't make that sector they don't get life. They don't bring amazing accomplishments, and now he don't launch and they about for start the implementation of one of the most, I think, impactful projects that we don't see in the sector in the history of this country, the Black Johnson Fish Harbor Project, the Honorable Princess Dugba. We're glad you forget to here, Madam Minister. And as well, the Acting Director of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Mr. Sheku Say. So, as usual, before I begin asking questions, let's just give a very brief updates on some of the things that we happened since we last met now. Number one, President Julius Madabio don't continue for deliver on the manifesto commitments. We will come on a bond districts. We know say President Bio been promised. Say that bridge, he go make him. Years and years, you know, I will talk to my mama. Oh, mama been they go for go fend me papa in Fambulem. They talk about the challenges we they face for cross that water. President Bio, last week we go there, Namatru, and we witnessed the historic opening of that bridge there as part of the Feed Salon initiative. I think when I all don't see that reports there, when I don't see that news there. I also want for provide an update, say the Minister of Finance been go sign an agreement na China for secure a $300 million US investment for cover mining construction, transportation network, and beneficiation facility for the Tonkolili North Iron Ore Deposits. This done in the news. We also don't see how. We don't put out a simple press release. We don't make it clear that property they don't be claimed. Government alone, cabinets and parliaments approve them, and government they go ahead for negotiate with major international partners and for can bring benefit for the people of this country. So the minister go China and don't sign the agreements, the $300 million as part of President Bill in work we they do for the people of this country. President Bill don't receive the first edition of the Statute Salone, where they reaffirm in commitments to young people. The new Minister for Youth Affairs Bingo presents the status of youth reports to His Excellency, and he bingo with the development partner them. This go help we forget data on how we they engage youth issues in this country going forward. So we want to commend also I think the outgoing minister Mohamed Oman Bangura and start this process. The development partners they always join, and the new minister will take unto the finish line and they don't present unto His Excellency. The government of Salone don't sign a 3-year country partnership framework agreements with a value at $260 million with the OPEC Fund for International Development. This again at the Minister of Finance been signed on behalf of the government and people of Salone. President Bill they continue to attract international supports. The 2025 focus reports don't project a positive economic growth of Salone. It say inside this year, while most of the economies in the world they continue for shrink and struggle, the economy in Salone they grow at 4.4%. And next year it will grow even more, projected at 4.8%. And this growth will be driven by services, expansion in the mining and agriculture sectors. As I talked the other day, all the growth here now because we get peace, and because we get stability, and because of President Bill in leadership, because of his vision. So that now just a brief highlight of all the news them we happened since we last meet. Now yeah, I've also just mentioned, see just now we come out Bintumani, my colleagues them. His Excellency the President just launched a $180 million project for address water and sanitation and hygiene issues for the people of this country. First in its history, this project, these are funds provided by the World Bank to the people of Salone who address systematic issues on access to water. This is breaking news. It just happened. I've been getting the privilege for chair other events day, and I hope say UNICEF go report on that other major initiative the way President Bill don't do again. I've been saying if you phone get sound, you know I hear the sound there, and then in a Chinese sound I just hear you so there. The first topic. Now, leadership for persons with disability within the install. But Madam Minister, I can like when I get a minister here, for last starts by asking you, within now the state of the social welfare sector. Give me a brief overview of USAID, and then you can mention persons with disabilities and with your vision, what you don't do. Would you give 7 minutes? Let's just set the scene for us, so you will provide updates and accountability to the people of Salone. Over to you, Madam Melrose Kaminti.
Thank you very much. And Fambu Una Ado, and also listeners. And I want to thank the Minister of Information and Civic Education for we make we all the so. And I also extend me to my colleague, Fisheries, and a young director, and then me new chairman for the commission. Well, the Social Welfare Ministry, like we know, na ministry down the way, na Alma ministry. Because when I say welfare, We all know within our welfare of everybody, but most especially the vulnerable. The vulnerable, it can be the aged, that are the older people. It can be the younger people, especially those in difficult circumstances, like currently where they fight the drug and substance abuse. It can also extend to families where they're in difficult circumstances. Small picking them, where we know there's a few challenges, where some of them parent and they at loggerheads, then picking and they're very important to we, and we they help for address the issues because we they deal with child maintenance, child custody, and other issues around children, including violence against children. We also get migrant issues, people them where they returning migrants, some of them voluntary, some of them they are deported and get for come back, all done they under the ministry, including trafficking, when another big issue. These are all vulnerable issues, of course, with the disability, where all the under the ministry. So it's a huge ministry with big responsibility, and therefore we not get small work at all. And we don't they try, given the very difficult economic outlook, where ministries like that, you really get for show leadership in a way that you go able to attract resources, you go able to attract the best brains for can support, so that you go able to deliver for the people of this country. I mean, they tell somebody the other day, I say, gone are those days. The people of Salone no want Boku talk. What they want to see is results. What they want to see is performance. They want for they see results. How you they able as a minister or as a leader in that place there, how you they able for transform lives. Now that the people they want for see. And that we don't they do. As I say, in the midst of waiting they go around the world, we're not to Salone challenge no more. But yet, within that same spectrum, now they would operate. We don't try, when you camp, for example, the youths, we know about the drug and substance abuse issues. And we, now the first ministry, we run with them in terms of opening a rehab center. The first one at Salone, where Salone no ever get rehab center. We don't try, we open down in our Hastings, and some of them don't they follow that story as to how we they do the rehabilitation and reintegration for get them back. And most of them youths then, yeah, are sad for telling us, say they are dropouts from universities and schools, some mandal situations, even getting results, but not able to go because of the influence of drugs. So these are things we have been following up, and of course we they work with the national architecture where the president puts in place. We get the task force on drug and substance abuse, and we get the coordinator when a Professor Fodesa. Now they coordinate 5 pillars, and we in a social welfare, we in a pillar 4. We in a pillar 4 on rehabilitation and reintegration. We get the other pillar there. When Minister Gwenayana one head of one pillar, we're in on information about the issue and how it go able for let the public understand. You know, we get community, when as local governments and the councils. There will also get Ministry of Health, where there's a very, very key in the drug and substance, the how they call themselves? How you call it? Jaya Kaikai in Drug Law, NDLA, Drug Law Enforcement Agency, yes. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, then SEF done day in the fight. So we boku around this fight. Of course, now interagency, interministerial, we all get for day for work together. So this has been going well. Even recently, we be operating a Freetown, but we don't open a bow. I just commanded over the weekend, also will go discharge about 50 young man them when now will they reintegrate. But who of them go interest you for no say that Najala College, some they even Frobe College Naya, but they are going back to college now because the Ministry of Education, higher education, and even basic education, then they in it because they have been supporting in terms of reintegrating them back for let them go back na school or go back na college because we don't have to lose our youths. Me and you know say if we lose with youth, we have lost Sierra Leone. not so, because now they are the leaders who they look up to. So this is I'm very passionate about this, and other leaders, they don't they come together. Even the Minister of Youth, the new minister, he is very passionate about it. So we are looking forward for continue this engagement, so that at least we will save we youth them by God in power in this country. Coming to let's say disability. The issues of disability are very important issue, because we compatriate the way they live with disability. These are people who are vulnerable. So if me and you vulnerable, then you're not double vulnerable. So we get to make sure say we cater for them. The issues have been at the center of my heart. The one that why don't they deal with, they will testify that. I don't they all over them, I don't they support them, and even very recently I've been there in New York. USA I go secure a 990 million, when now almost $1 million for can support the economic empowerment. That project say we dey launch this Friday. And I know say beaucoup persons with disability then go day, because this they try for see how we will help them with the training centers. We get different training centers across the country where dilapidated. We need for make sure say we redo them one and day and get with persons, because what you want discourage now for really the way they scatter on the street. This money is nowhere near for able to solve that problem, but it's a step that we can take. We also get with people then at Panemba Road where we don't always they get reports say we for pull them there because of security issues. This one now place would they make for them back.
Madam Minister,
in this
time than this.
Yes,
that
for
sound
pull them,
in at the
1
time.
minute.
We'll
For
give
pull
1
them
more
yonder,
minute.
so that we able to get them there. So recently in the commission, we don't able forget a new chairman, where this chairman here, so he dey up to the tax, and I believe say he go can support me for deliver for the persons with disability. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister of Social Welfare, the Iron Lady Incesef. People will know say this minister is passionate, he believe in action, and he believe in delivery. And a privilege for me for serve next one. Mr. Brahima Abdullah Sharif, you now being chair of the Human Rights Commission. You don't please His Excellency for appoint you as the new Chief Commissioner for the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities. You get exemplary track record. Me know you personally, I can vouch for that, because I don't work with you. You standing in the community, I think it's well known. I listen to the debates where parliaments then look at you. You get overwhelming support from parliamentarians them, and then praise the work we don't do over the years. But you the kind of a sector, frankly, we still get challenges. What we want to let you do is to speak to people with disabilities in salon and explain what's in your vision. How you deliver President Bio in vision for a radically inclusive society. Waiting and what you they prioritize, and how you go bring the whole sector and the people with disabilities together for support the minister for advance this goal. You get 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Make I use this opportunity for appreciate His Excellency the President for the appointment, and tell him plenty thank you, and also make this commitment say in the middle of Udat Abi as Brahima Sharif, human rights will always be the thing what they do. And of course the new paradigm shift in addressing disability issues na the right-based approach. So they come with a strategy what I call pride. I want to bring back pride na the disability community. And the pride stand for my policy engagements. I want to look at the Disability Act. I already don't start a conversation with the Attorney General and the Minister of Social Welfare. I want to bring within the TRC recommendation, talk about 5% representation, but I also want to look at the tripartite committee, they also talk about electoral reforms. So I did look at that. For the 30% where President Biogi Duma, they tell them plenty, thank you. And my strategy very simple. I go for engage with the owners of the 30%. Say when I get 30%, the only thing I want to give me 30% per own 30% for me women with disability. That's how I want to move my process. So for policy, that is what I want for really look at. The I inside my strategy na inclusion. And I want sympathy for persons with disability. I want people they at the center of the conversation. I keep saying disability issues, not to charity issues, now development and human rights issues. So therefore they at the center. Persons with disability for take the center stage. I want to see that. And that will be a critical issue what I really want to look at. The R, now resilience. You don't give what you don't have. Fortunately, NAMI developed the current strategic plan of the National Commission for Persons with Disability. Goal 2, talk about an efficient and effective organization. How you go do that day? So I go conduct a capacity gap assessment for look at what we get as an institution, why make we know the deliver, and what you need for do for deliver. Interestingly, in our parliament, then tell me say the money that they give to the Disability Commission is small. I know, because I work as chairman of the Human Rights Commission and I provide a lot of support to the National Commission for Persons with Disability. But one of the things I go do now that I go move this strategy from an ordinary paper to a detailed implementation plan. If you don't get plan, you don't go budget your plan. If you don't budget your plan, you don't go ask for resources. So I use this for go in for resources. The D really stand for the dignity of persons with disability. I've been there in McKinney and I get the opportunity for visit Popda. But walking around the streets of Freetown, walking around the streets of Sierra Leone, one of the things we really glaringly did now that's the present conditions for persons with disability. We can't as a nation continue for sedenting in it. So we want to come back for build the dignity of persons with disability. How? Through the last letter in the Pride on Empowerment. I just don't listen to the minister with the Indian UN Fund. Of course, I don't get some briefing around that, and I work towards that. But I just don't get discussion with the Directorate of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Then gets a plan for train 1,000 persons with disability. So all of this conversation, they be part of what I want to do. So what I want to do, I want to establish credibility for the National Commission for Persons with Disability. Let we be an institution of choice where people they want to work with. I want to make sure, say, we conduct institutional readiness and reform assessments. I want to make sure, say, we build with strategy and alliance around partners who can help me for do what you want to do. I want to advance legislative reform. And then I want to launch high impact and quick win activities, things where we really want to do. You know, at the end of everything, few things in the way we talk. Now, nothing for us without us. Not discuss anything we will not be at the center of the table. We want to use the pride value for push persons with disability, rooted in policy issues, resilience, inclusion, dignity, and empowerment. But I want to use data for make sure say I drive me advocacy conviction. I want to know, the last census say we got about 1.3% people with disability. But that data is not correct, so we could go for engage statistics for help we forget all of them things in there. This is my drive, and this I want to do, and I want to count everybody. I also know say small disagreements there in the disability community. I already don't start engagement with the veterans on disability. I don't talk with the different partners because we need to be prepared, we need to be ready for get peace for long move forward. We don't go continue for day like this. Let us not get that old adage about we being violent, we not organized. We want to be organized and we'll push this one as part of the things we really want to do. Thank you very much.
Wow. We President Bio they pick the pass a big pick. They pick in team. Sometimes you wonder how they see, but you know, you go to do your own thing. If you say deep and do it in a corner, President Bill gets eyes and ears everywhere. Some of we not been there near government, so be in a corner. He look ping, he say can be Minister of Information. Same thing he don't do for this man. So listen, policy, resilience, inclusion, dignity, and empowerment. This is the pride area for people with disabilities. Madam, Mr. Chief Commissioner, President Bio, na talk and do. Now you don't talk. We go for count you back now for can lay report on what you don't do. Because now the most important thing than for this sector. The bar care about persons with disabilities. He don't support, he don't show, say, they always ask the questions. And I like the challenge the way you don't present. Very data you have for create that framework there. So congratulations once again, and we wish you well. Now they can turn to Black Johnson Fish Harbor project. Now, before they ask the minister for talk, I want to say a few things about Johnson Fish Harbor project. We work with the minister for get some of the facts. I want to say them. Then I will get Ale just provide context. Thank you. So number one, the Black Johnson Fish Harbor project, we don't the reports. As I say, now actually one of the best things them we don't happen for this country and it can happen for a long time, especially when it comes to the fishing sector. Not to Chinese governments would they give we harbor. In fact, the Chinese government then give the government of Salone a grant. Not a loan. Na grant, we mean say it belong to you, the people of Salone. 55 million United States dollars are the value down there of the project. With the Chinese government they give the people of Salone. So not to get no financial for say, oh, now loan we pick it and get for pay for. So it's good project. Owned completely by the government of Salone. Strategic infrastructure, fish markets, quality control lab, plenty other innovative aspect than they can tell you. It get the potential by one estimate for increased national revenue in just one area by over 59 million US dollars on an annual basis every year. So it's a big thing for the people of this country. They don't work on this for years. This is not part of an international obligation. Where you are a member of the community of states there, you sign certain agreements. You say, well, if you didn't at the coast, you need to forget a harbor where you go able to get ship, then they come, you able for take full advantage of the blessing we will get. When a green, white, and blue, the blue represents the harbor, but will not be one they get anyway for maximize the resources that we God give you. It's taken His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, and it's taken a dynamic minister for finally can deliver. And inshallah, before this year starts, this multi-million-dollar transformative projects will go change people their life there. That community will go bring resources to people, will go bring more fish. When a part of it Salone go be done. I decided to say that because I want to set the stage. Because sometimes you listen to the social media commentary, you go lose perspective on the importance of this really big project for the people of Salone. So, Madam Minister, I want to congratulate you for, leadership. You go for stay the cause. You go hear the noise here and there, but you focus. So, a project don't start from 2030, begin look for who side go be suitable. It took President Bio 2018, 2019 for now begin secure the agreement, put Minister Day, for now we'll get to the stage we're already for implement projects is signed, $55 million, the April follow bill and infrastructure we will suppose forget. So I come to you now, Madam Princess Duba, Minister, for let you give you a context, provide additional context. Why this important? What's in this mean for this sector? And waiting you particularly look up to. With the Council Minister say when the technical man, we can go into some additional details on some of the issues they open on is compensation and things like that. I want to left down the game, Mr. Say, Madam Minister, let you talk about the overall vision for this and what you look forward to. You say you need 5 minutes, so you can take the 5. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my people them. The one there with the dinner host, the one there with the watch winner, the offices them, members of the 4th Estate, my colleague minister, the Minister of Information, my dear sister, when I the Minister of Social Welfare, the Commissioner for Disability, my own staff, when I the Acting Director of Fisheries. I tell you all I do. And I'm glad you are there. And Mrs. F glad you were there today because the subject we talk about na Black Johnson, the fish harbor. The fish harbor is start with His Excellency Brigadier General retired Julius Maada Bio. He go na China. He meets with Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping say he go get 55 million. And you know where you get a forwarding, somebody with progressive leader, when His Excellency, he asks for the fish harbor. So the president na China say he go give him $55 million. So he come at that time, they may not be did it, and my predecessor be did it, Honorable Emakowa. So he talked to Ram about this project here. The project started. But the project go to now install. One of the reasons we install them, they say the Chinese, they say, because we don't, other people, they don't ask for money, so they will cut that money to half. And the fish harbor say where they go do now, just a small one. So when I come, before I cancel, before I did in Parliament asked me about fish harbor. I say, oh my days, I don't know about fish harbor. But as I go, that will be my priority. So I talk to the staff, the technical people, then they tell me the same thing. I say no. I say for the mere fact, say this project it go through Parliament. Parliament endorse them on the 55 million US dollar, not for half money. My president, he talk about this fish harbor. Say the president na China, he don't get 55 million for local and do for letting can construct a fish harbor. It shows say what thing my president don't talk, what thing the Chinese president don't talk, and parliament don't agree on na 55 million. So we they go talk now to the Chinese ambassador and see say this money where they don't talk say then go give it, then go give it. And luckily we'll go meet the Chinese ambassador na Coimbra. Now he say not true. He say I go talk to my people there. Instead he negotiate, he talk for we. Now they call we one day, they tell we say, well, the original plan, the fish harbor will forget, it is in place now, then they give you the 55 million. So from that day, they wait and talk down there. Every week I did at the embassy, making sure that what they don't talk, it happen. So one day Nana I call, we say, look, we can sign an implementation agreement for sure say this project here, it come in place. So we sign that agreement, but still again, the team be still is slow. Now I tell and say, I say no. I say, His Excellency, he talk about this year, and we want let it done inside in your term of office. You know, go finally it happen after 3 years or 4 years. We no one down there. So now the ambassador self talks well. This now is in your legacy, not to His Excellency no more. It's they work with we. So we go through that and they finally now they talk where the contractor they come. And to be candid, the contractors they are here. They don't go see the ambassador. They don't come our ministry. They don't talk to we say we don't come for law can start this project here. But before they start the project, we want let the government of Sierra Leone let them self get a responsibility. We know they cannot more give 55 million. When are the Chinese they hold that money? That money they not in our ministry. The $55 million is still there at the Chinese they hand. Now they use for do their own side. So then tell we say they so we need for provide access road. The government of Sierra Leone need for provide access road, electricity, and then it need for make sure say water they at the place. So all of them days there, they go back and forth for make sure say water they. I don't talk to finance. Una need for give your counterpart funding so that them projects there where them people they are say for do before September they done. We then for start the project, one for startup, and to be candid. All the stakeholders then they on board, everybody they go SLRA don't go, don't begin they map out two side and go do the roads them, what water resources don't go. Luckily we get big river na that Black Johnson area, they use that water they for let them go work with. The same with electricity. So everybody they on board. The moment to get the money from finance, we were able to start this project here. I really want to let people they know say this project here, it don't come it come for stay. Because the problem is even when people they begin they build, they be feel say you know the work. Because they don't tell una say that land na state land. And if na state land, una no need for building. But yet still people then go ahead. Now that make we do the demolition. If we not be do the demolition, the Chinese they know they come. Even they storm the whole left. They so for clear the whole place before then they start. So by the 30th of September, the Chinese then they start in earnest. Even before that, they don't begin to do their makeshift places. Who side they get for day, who side they go put their goods them, so that at least this project here it will continue. But I want for giving the assurance say this project here a day here for stay. And then I just want for tell and I say Friday would they try for launch the the export we fish and fishery products na China. So for the first time na Sierra Leone, the portal don't open not for one person. Anybody who doing paperwork, where you go through that portal, you're able now for let you go export, you fish na China, and where you export na zero tariff. So they encourage all fishermen then, let them kind of the ministry if they are interested for let go able for make let them able for begin for export them fish. So this program here now on Friday at 11 na Bintumani na the Chinese then they do. Thank you very much, sir.
Not to swear been there. Yeah, and not been this country. A President Bill don't come, he don't change some big things. Fish, he go and kuna. Now I talk today, he said they say they travel. If you not been go, you go ask the Chinese president, who know they get $155 million for fish, but if you be still now they clap. They will go say back and not do something. So he's done it. The minister don't show say this is not a product of personal dedication and the commitment for say President Bio in word not for further na go on. Mr. Say, you are the technical man. I want to give you 7 minutes. Let you help we for understand the technical aspects. But then technical aspect I don't listen to you, it's a bit there too much. So there. Present them for the lay people them. Me granny in a village, me go understand what's in a fish harbor, what's in fish harbor they do, what to do with these projects, how we deal with the people who been get land. You can just give me the highlights because we get some follow-up question about they come with. But give people in the technical details, let we understand what's in the minister don't set for we. We get 7 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, Minister of Fisheries, my boss, Dynamic Minister of Fisheries. We don't help we for reach Usawude. Fish Harbor, as we Honorable Minister of Information don't say, Fish Harbor na a fishing port, just like we talk about Deepwater Key. Queen Elizabeth II Key, or some man can just say Water Key within a client town. Water Key na harbor. It's a key. You get boku name. Na a key na a port na harbor. But Fish Harbor na that harbor we town like Water Key, we in dedicated specifically in for just fish business. Now that then dedicate them for. Now in a Fish Harbor. The Fish Harbor get 2 parts. You get the front, which is applicable to any harbor, just like Water Key. You get the sea front, which side the ship then they can't tin up. In this case, now which side the trawler then they can't bath. Now at the sea front. But before you get that sea front, they with the trawler they can't tin up. Some of we don't go Water Key. You go find out for say then big ship they can't tin up. So full then tin up. You know they see that they dance so or some man they for done. Well, now engineering now make that happen. Now the engineering then they do what they call breakwater system. Now a part of the Fish Harbor. That breakwater system now they break down the energy of the waves. You know say water get wave, it get strength. So that energy now the breakwater they break. So the Fish Harbor they get the breakwater system where they break the energy of the sea for let the boat then go able for canting up so full where they know they dance boku. Then they get the slipway. The slipway na lekusa una sidon so. Person ki waka na ya, I go yanda, I can yanda. Na like road, the road where they na the Fish Harbor, where na the most of the activity they take place, na the slipway. Where you go get them truck then, some man they carry with container, they want for packed fish for send na China, like who don't get the Chinese certification where the Honorable Minister don't tell you now. Some man go come, even maintenance the trawler, for maintenance, we trawler they na see where the fishing. Then get something there where they sit down under them, where they call biofouling organisms, where some man can call them barnacles. Then barnacles and then they sit down and ship themselves. Now I make it hear some man say, hey, I they go do dry docking. Now you get the Holland shipyard. Now one normal we get as alone, where they ship down heavy. Because then thing there where they sit down under the ship, it is heavy. You're not able to move fast. So if they go fishing self, if the trawler they go fishing, you don't see boku barracuda. Where the barracuda then they move inside school. a school of fish. Now, boku fish, when they together, when they feed by themselves, the size all are the same. So if you know, if the trawler don't move fast for catch them, the fish then they go. So now I make them keep maintenance the trawler for clean under and put them banaku for light. So the fish harbor, they get the synchro lift, where now the one where they maintenance the boat, where just they pull the trawler inside the water. Safu, you count, you turn up one, then walk panam. That synchro lift, now the sea front the day, where you know they get they far from the sea. So it is part of them. So when government of Australia be they acquire the land na Black Johnson, where for the fish harbor, it consider identity I don't tell you now. In fact, say we get forget the seafront, we then get for the maintenance the vessels. It consider say we get the slipway. So then area then they all the people that we been there like the Tito Lodge, the Yankai Resort. They're not going for sit down. They just stand like you go Ataki, you say Padre Allah can that go they sit down and ask more. Where they don't count then the cranes they don't count for take them container. You go for down a yid. You go for down a yid. They're not going to pass. The truck they're not going to pass. So now that not the thing. So the land area cover the land side when at the land area when at they then room then get for the blast freezers where you hear way the minister they say some people then can they if now one fisherman they for can export fish now. Before they export fish, you get forget factory. When a processing factory, when a day you go keep the fish, for let the fish day where you get frozen and all that. So now that area they now make the land cover some people then landing. And now the foreshore when I before where you say 150 feet from the high water mark where the water can go up, where you measure 150 feet before the beach. That side in a government get them by default. Any river body. Some man been there at this foreshore, so they no qualify for let them compensate them. But if at the time they do the fish harbor process, with Ministry of Lands and the Law Officers Department be the do if they been come, government na Cumbra, some people then they will be in a foreshore where they compensate. Now, the benefits of the fish harbor is enormous. As I talk to now, we get past 24 trawler then, big trawler then. Some of una no ever see it. Boku Saloma no see tuna boat. Then a tuna then the cage. One tuna where they call the skipjack tuna, for example. It a big pass me, what in up? It a tall pass me. One grain fish they can sell up to 50,000 United States dollars. One fish. Then fish then they na water boku one. So then trawler then hold the license, then tuna boat they're not able for come. Na saloon for can offload then catch. We don't talk say then for offload some catch now, we then go sell and I will market when I buy catch, we not to tuna. But they're not able for come because we not get a harbor when we go able to take them big boat there. Now what a kingdom will get. So we need for get fish harbor for let them trawler then they come. If they come, we will get more money, we will generate more revenue. In fact, one benefit where the fish harbor get is that we go able for monitor them trawler they will give license. The one they will go fishing. In fact, now we get for can start that license system we call quota management. Quota management, the fish they left now water, we sell them. If you get company, we they tell you, say, okay, this year, we they give you 10,000 tons for let you catch. You go catch shrimps, barracuda, guanguan, all chinos, all the kind of fish they would tell you how much for catch for the year. So, where we don't give them kind quota, then they, for monitor them, we will get a fish harbor, we go able for monitor them very easily. In fact, we want for pilot them, by the time the harbor project is start, with the pilot will begin strive for put modalities in place for see how we go able for implement the quota management. If we implement quota management system, what would the license we fish based on how much fish people then they catch. At the moment, now how the trawler big, now so then they give you license. Some trawler they give government $60,000 for 1 whole year. We go fishing inside 1 week, you don't get. So if we get that fish about day, we get the quota management system, we will get $59 million US every year. Where they go now government consolidated revenue. Every year we go generate $59 million US. Now we just get around $10 million. That's now one of the most important benefits of the harbor.
The technical Mr. Sheku say, the man sabi the details of this sector. You don't master them. You know, today, na free civic education you don't get. But what me want to say for close that part today na that the fish harbor really na a project of national pride. Na a project, a Salone project. You know, we get a country we God bless. With the rights na the coast, we not get no ability over the years. Nobody knows say offend the money law. Construct a major harbor. We go make sure say big fish, big trawler in the cam, trawler in the cam, and pack here and sell to we low benefits, low get the money we supposed to forget for years. All man they can't know what's no more take it go. But now for the first time, that blue within our national flag, President Bill, they make the kind investments for low gets the true benefits of this. For increased national revenue alone in one area. We're not talking about employment with the happen yonder. We're not talking about nutrition benefits. We're not talking about the other industry that we get for grow because you get a fish harbor. Hotels, because where the boats, the ship then they come, then go need site for stay. People don't go need all the tourism yonder, they benefits everybody. So this now a project where you're able to talk about not think short term. Or think about within His Excellency don't do for the people of this country. Now, today, we get plenty online questions and come. 42 questions and then submit. I think that's one of the highest we don't get for with this year starts. So I get one commitment here, they ask all questions. So today, I get for do them in a different way. I can't summarize the question. The good news is the questions are always available online. You see the question just like at the slide. So, the cheats. But I also want to make clear the essence of the platform not to let somebody abuse them. Can't go there, begin tell we word, ask the question. We go address the questions. That's what we do. And then if you want green, because by the way, we didn't see the back end. One green person sent 20-something questions. We made the people like say go. So it is okay. It is well. That person they will tell and thank you for your interest. This is not democracy. With the answer, would they give you summary responses? Because I can tell you what's in question and range around. So let's try for when I go listen, when I all four, when I take some notes. Me na the official government spokesman, so I will respond to some and then I'll give now. Question in there around deaf people them na salon, say people that we get deaf disability, say what make you make them. You see why you not appoint them. Why you not want to appoint deaf president in a salon, this not for you. Then say some plenty question come around transparency of appointments of this new chief commissioner. Some people they even challenge the law. Plenty question they always say, "Usa we pull la law de na illegal appointments." But I can't do. A question I be look forward for a response to that question, and I miss the answer. So they ask whether the 55 million in project will provide jobs and skills, especially for people the way they live with disabilities. So I think in a good question anyway combine the two topics. This na we get Dumbuya ask what to make them not forget training center for people the way they live with disability. Madam Minister, I think you get way for response to this. Peter Sidiki Bla, now one of the people that we send plenty question. He say whether the project, okay, now he ask about job, ask about national planning, when disability groups and go hold elections, maybe new chief commissioner, you could talk about that. He talk about inclusive deaf federation, if we go work with them, if government will support them. Also some question about leadership, another institution in there. I think generally we just comment about how they're structured in the day and how they work. Then this anonymous person will send the 20-something question. Plenty, as I say, Madam Minister, they ask you about, they make allegations about parliamentary summons, ACC, how they work together, which grounds we use. why them pull the last commissioner, we now we brother, we been in this position, we it don't please His Excellency. Now like for let me ask now, if they pull me, God forbid, tomorrow. Then I begin ask, how come? Why them pull you? The law na this country, we don't know the law. Na Saloya we don't dey. If in VP, Supreme Court say VP, not so. No matter the act, the VP, the Supreme Court say if he pleases the power, he dey pull am. Which no more this power na state power, he dey follow the law. You know, mix by UK. So that question, all the question any on that issue there, I go refer the person to the Constitution and the Supreme Court ruling on the Samsumana case. And then the people and representative don't talk. Parliament. And that's how our democracy works. Presidents don't appoint based on the recommendation of the minister as provided for by the Act. Parliament don't approve. This man is the substantive chief commissioner. The rest now, if person gets a legitimate issue, this is a democracy. You can file case in a courts, or you go social media. But now, I keep company with it, na social media, okay, they keep company there. But you can go to courts, the courts could tell you what I'd already tell you. So I go advise maybe like keep your money. At the end of the day, like how the chief commissioner say, this is a sector we will not want for really, not to the point of this sort of dismiss people, but now for say we get law, that the law will follow. So I also want to make clear, say on this question of ACC summons here and there, I don't talk to the anti-corruption commissioner. We make clear, say, they not get no basis, no substantive basis for get any issue with the distinguished Minister of Social Welfare where they doing work. So it's clear. In fact, then they investigate different issues within the commission where you don't cancel, but you know, again, that's for do with you or the minister, you get for do. But again, in this country, by the law, there's presumption of innocence until the investigation is complete. So I don't want for spoil anybody's reputation, and I don't want to let them do the same to any of the distinguished members who get on this panel. So you're very clear on that. And then this person get plenty question about whether we know the law, waiting the law say, waiting the law say, waiting the law say. Whether you think say for step aside, no, nothing say the minister for step aside. The minister they do a terrific job. For let the person know that. Then the person asked me back, he say, wait make me not be invite the previous chief commissioner Naya. Why not this man first I don't invite Naya? I want to make it clear, say, in this position, this is not the people in position. We invite based on the topical issues. We don't host a whole set of town halls and conversations about people with disability. We don't work with all man. It just happens that this time there's a new leadership that the minister in turn for come, and the minister bring come somebody we get a big work for do at the sector for address the issue. So we're not getting nothing personal against anybody. We want to let people understand that. Madam Minister, you get a question. Whose measures and in place for protect homeowners na Black Johnson? And then the others, as I say again, a lot of accusations we don't address already. I think question, Commissioner, how you go bring these together? You don't mention them, but you say, you know, saying a controversial term this. Then some of the questions are frankly a little petty, and they ask about people in personal terms. Again, I want for advice as civic education minister for way to use the platform, do them for in a respectful and dignified way, so that we all go move forward. Madam Minister, landowners that will be missed the claims deadline automatically, they don't lose their rights to compensation, and if not get ways them for consider them people in there. So anyway, as I said, the question in Boku today, I tell the people and thank you we ask, because the point of the platform now follow get more and more questions. We also get text line, by the way, 818 You can send Orange, AfriCell, and QCell on 818. Now free. You know, they cost you nothing. Send your question within a year for answer. So, what will you do? Madam Minister, would give you 3 minutes? Because then question, as I say, questions of, you know, I don't already provide the framework for the question and this, so you just take 2 to 3 minutes, and then the Chief Commissioner could just say a few words as well. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, for doing due diligence, because some of the questions, as you self don't say, are glad the way they tell we now say you able for do some investigation. For example, the thing about ACC. I don't have a day in ACC net. So I'm glad the way you don't clear would really gets ACC issue. But you know, the people of Sierra Leone, as I've been begin, then really they look forward for that leadership. We go bring can the change. We go bring can transformation. For far too long, it don't be too much routine business. People want to see new things now. And me on leadership, me a person when a team player. I like for put people that around me where they deliver. If you not deliver and you take to social media, you get beaucoup explanation, there is no work plan, there is no direction, and there are integrity issues, it not go tell well. Because you see, very soon, Mr. Minister, you go agree with me, say we go sign a performance contract back to the president. And the ministries, the ministers, solely responsible for that performance contract. And when they say ministry, with all in agencies, they're under them, una get for deliver. So if you left Sidon, you get an agency with dysfunctional, President Biona one know that, Andy. It tell we always in a cabinet. You get the responsibility for make the change and make sure, say, una deliver for the people. If you left Sidon because of sentiments and waiting, and the president in wisdom, he know exactly, President Bio, they follow every ministry. What will they do? We be sometimes in a cabinet where they talk something that would be surprise. But they follow every ministry. So as my brother don't say no more, it pleases the president. After I don't follow social welfare, and ask say if there is a suitable replacement, and I do due diligence, forget the suitable replacement, una self don't see them. And it look like a team player, and it look like somebody where they come with a lot of experience. It not only get the education, it get the skills, it get the knowledge and everything. So they really look forward, say, me and Bokutin de that commission day, there are endless opportunities for persons with disability. We can't wait, and the wait be done too much on social welfare. As I said, a ministry of vulnerability, but we are not just dealing with disability issues. We don't want for reduce and no more to disability issue. We have for also cater for the other sectors of vulnerability. So the chairman and the commission, they really need for the up to the tax for make sure say they take that weight, the small part the social welfare ministry. This is exactly what I'm looking at. While Canada sector, the disabled community, they know there were too many issues, even among the SLUDI, and they all go attest to the leadership we don't provide for able to lay some of them matter the day to rest. Where today we get president of SLUDI. Because before now it wasn't. There was a case in court where now there's no case in court. So it takes a focused leadership. And mean a focused leadership. If you see you lost focus around me, you're not a leader, you lost focus around me, we ways they be parted. So me, I'm glad for His Excellency in foresight about whether he get the right for waiting. We all know say he hires and fires. The 1991 Constitution don't get that right. So me, somebody be the same me appoint. So I don't appoint. Who that me we go appoint the president, the supreme head of state. Now in one grain get out waiting self day for appoint. So me, I'm glad for that. The training center. Somebody asked about training centers. This Indian UN fund. Well, una don't hear some of una the disabled community una don't hear about that. Now a fund when I me self go with the ministry representation for go get an New York. And right now while the talk so now the project will can begin after we launch it on Friday. So there has been this social media parade that where is the India UN fund? The minister don't eat am. Anyway, just to let you know that one of the key things that we get for happen now for rehabilitate training centers for them persons with disability. The SLUDI president and the SLUDI and the president and the chairman, they are all going to be involved, and the disabled community for also make sure say waiting this project stand for. And interestingly, we dey do am in partnership with UNDP. UNDP now then they even handle the funds because now Indian UN fund. Now Indians then give or they go through the UN. So let people then rest assured say we go do the work and we go deliver for the persons with disability. It is my passion.
Thank you, Madam Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. When I say the minister is passionate and he get control of in fact. Commissioner,
Yes.
just briefly.
Yes, quickly. First, I want for zero in quick on the question on Black Johnson and jobs for persons with disability. Of course, now the president passed we get the 2011 Acts. Part 5 talk about employability. So every ministry is supposed to understand, say, we not go for big for the entity. It's an obligation for include persons with disability. But of course, I work with the minister, the way we've been doing our Minister of Health, meant to work very deeply. So we go get a conversation that you will go follow up on. The issue about training center, I visit Popoda. I see fantastic work they happen there. Then I just want something where we go take as an example for move forward. Working with all other people, of course, now one of the things that they, in fact, me I be the forerunner for bring peace to SLUDI. Every other person know. I be you organize a peace meeting between all the people them in SLUDI, and of course I get this high respect amongst them. I want for lead that process there and see we work together. For the disability community, me not a new person. The time we develop the strategy for the National Commission for Persons with Disability. I go right around this country. I meet every sector, every population, everybody, and they know me. They know the stance I get. From a human rights perspective, the dignity of persons, the inclusivity of everybody, now the team may always look for. But on their own parts, make yourself flexible and also ready for work with we. Not draw the lines too much. Now the only way that they go for deliver together. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Move. Madam Minister, you say get some questions on Black Johnson, land, compensation, and things like that, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We talk about the 55 million for jobs, just like when my brother be the talk, Commissioner Sheriff. Definitely, what's in the way how me they work with people them. I get my colleague minister, the social welfare, definitely I get for work with her. The minister of youth, I get for work with her. I get for work with the minister of employment. I get for work with the CSOs. Already the CSOs, they're doing a Black Johnson. From that day, they will don't start for clear. They don't build their own makeshifts. So I make sure say everybody is represented. Because Black Johnson, now for Saloma, now for everybody. So we know they left nobody, disability or no disability, everybody. Once job they will forget, we will give you. And one thing where I want for emphasize is the job they first would they consider the people that would they Black Johnson. Then we go begin now they count down small at the peninsula because they don't tell me over and over. They say I not take their jobs there, I go give somebody where they Waterloo. If job day where we will forget person from Black Johnson, we will consider first Black Johnson because na them project that they don't give up their land. We want for make sure say we able for satisfy them. But that not mean say we not go able for include other people there. The land is big and not to just the Black Johnson what in Chinese man they can do. That place they now 255 million land acres of land we want let investors then come let them build factories them the factories then when they come it be factory for make net factory for make boats factory then we go come for add to the value of the fishing what they do so boku factories then get for day jobs then get for day and the owner says if una go the one that say if we be no not for the talk bad but this project here na project we get for progress and get for make sure say the people of Sierra Leone are being catered for. I think then the other thing is the deadline where they talk about they be announced they tell you say if you get paper you get land at Black Johnson come at the ministry we go compensate you then give them money then give them land that the same Black Johnson just across now then give them land most people then come so people they not agree for come so people they be just say na gimmick some people they be so believe say that project say they happen so they not be worried they say we no need for go because they happen so they announce her they give the deadline and it come out from the court There's no way we go change it again. If you not be calm for your compensation, we not dey give compensation again. Because the moment you start standing, now another kind of form will not go able for control. So it's not possible. Because the headache self will then take for let them go able for identify people then where they say they get land. Some man they count paper way, now fake paper. Now be painstaking business what they do. All man can say, oh, Mr. Sef na Black Johnson. Some man the coordinates not even dey na Black Johnson. Some man na other side fall, but he bring paper. But thank God, the lawyers they will be get, the people that will they be involved, they take that time they for identify for know whether the paper we don't bring her na authentic paper. So do ya? I just want rest assured say this project here we don't come, we will be able to involve everybody and everybody will work with we. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Chief, you got anything for add or Lole Fandi for now?
I think the Honorable Minister don't almost hammer everything. The only thing I want to add now
Yes.
that the jobs we get for the and the project, it comes with skills as well. So some job then they get for the so let some man begin learn one thing. If you know be sabi carpentry, masoning, the small thing they go begin learn and before the project is start. So they not go left you now the place, then go find who that sabi. Then you say, oh, they don't left me na Black Johnson. That's the only small thing I want to add. But of course, the other question, Minister don't answer, and we talk about protection of the people that will own the land. They don't tell you now already. Then compensate them, the one that will get the land. You know, stop yonder, government Akumbra, then say, because people they elect Black Johnson, that memory, we then elect it too much, then give them land adjacent to the Black Johnson land. So then you go there, they see Black Johnson, and you go also benefit from the project. So that, just that no more answer, yeah.
Thank you very much. So now on our turn now, we get questions. If you knew Naya, the rule is that you ask the question direct, you keep your question brief, you indicate your name, and then the questions come through me, and then I'll put them through to the ministers. I think last week Nassau started, so this week they already start. So to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side, all 6 states. Let's go.
Mohammed Usman Bangura, Capital Times newspaper. Madam Minister of Fishery, you don't mention all the people away for work with. But one key possible way and area mentioned that the Western Rural District Council. And over the period, we don't only get conflict. The chairman say we don't ever inform him. You know nothing about this project. And we don't broke all the people in houses them in that area there. How you ministry could collaborate with the district council for letting us put this aside and the project gone.
Thank you.
2. Whose measures where you don't put in place, what the minister don't put in place for the local fishermen their rights and livelihood during this construction and after the construction? Thank you.
Number 2.
Yeah, Mina Saidu Dumbuya, the right for exclusive. Madam Minister, we just want to know, not who say we get over 200 nautical miles of water in Sierra Leone? If yes, what you don't do for able monitor the water for the people the way they can poach now water them? And Madam Minister for Social Welfare, what is the nature of the skill system we want for actually give the disabled people then? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next one.
On it, the break newspaper. This question is for the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources. You have mentioned all the lofty facilities or benefits, but you haven't mentioned the timeline when the project is going to be completed. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you.
Ibrahim Sarah Sisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Madam Minister of Social Welfare, and there is an issue we happen Kwama, Usael speaking and may end up for lost their life now Bondo Bush. We the now na police now at alone. So how far una don't go for protect them picking and they for let them things they are not go happen again? And also, Commissioner sir, we get learning institutions that we not get we una be done to talk about say and persons with disability, any institution we not get una not go allow that one day for let it happen because it's not accessible to disabled people. What you una don't do as disabled people for let una able to transform the system there for let una safe the part of the education system.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Asan Bushiko, my Concord Times newspaper. Madam Minister Melrose, over the weekend we visit Churchill Home and the King George's Home for the Aged. And when we talk to the management, one of the things that they allege that since January to now, there has been no subvention for them, and then they suffer. You as the minister, if that is true, waiting you don't put in place for make sure say yes, those vulnerable people are attended to. And also, Madam Minister of Fisheries, now officially can begin hit the Chinese market, but one of the biggest markets at the world are the European markets, which you don't do for local fishery reaching the European market.
Final question, I think it's a lady. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Mina Anna Reeves, the reports for AfriRadio. My question they go to the commissioner, sir. When you be the give delivery, made mention say inclusion are one of thing where they party pride. So not a secret say we get special needs picking them where na autistic, where some visually impaired and the rest. And one thing where you for know is that most of them picking them, they not get like the care them where them forget na school. So as the commissioner, what are the mechanism where like una don't put in place for collaborate with the Ministry of Education, both senior and basic and tertiary, for say people away want for be teacher, learn for take care of special needs picking them. Thank you.
Brilliant. So we get some fantastic questions. For telling thank you. We'll try for getting quick because one then gets one more round of the people on the side. I think we will start with the Minister of Fisheries this time because now they get the opening questions. One major question, and I heard this as well on Radio Democracy the other day. The chairman of the Western Area Rural District say we do not work with the councils them. So Madam Minister, good opportunity for clarify that. How would they protect local fishermen their rights during and after the construction? How would they also mine with water, track them for poachers? Timeline of the projects. I think now the one, and then the final one for you and your colleague in a European market. Yes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I want to tell the person who asked the question, the person that they asked the question there. First of all, the district council will work with them in all, everything will be they do. We will be get the public disclosure. Casho, the man just they try to look for the photo where Honorable Emma Kowa be sit down. He be involved. You know, this world there way they do something, not so because struggle they can and the person you don't want you want for shy away from her. He was involved. The council, there is no way. Now then they give we place, so how they go hold the meeting. So there is no way we'll not go involve the council. The council was involved in every step of the way. You know, I know one sit down na my company, na my colleague, I know go out for talk anything, but to be candid, there are pictures where should say it be did. So then they, I'm glad the way asked because they said they don't say you know did it. But there are so many letters that we go to Ram and pictures where we should say ABDD. There is no way we will do something will not involve the council. It's not possible. And the other thing again, you talk about the livelihood of the fishermen. Them. You know, say most of the boats that we they under some of them they don't register. Even during the close season, what I tell them say, if you register your boat, what the good is the way government don't bring for the close season, you go get most people they not register. So for long we able for know how many boats they in the water. You go find all they can now they for come back na Black Johnson. So in that way we go able for know. And one of the things that we really would try for do is for bring a fiberglass boat. Fiberglass boats is able for with the monitor because they put a VMS in and for the local fishermen there. So that this wooden boat here, if you ask most of the way rainy season don't they know they go out. So how they go able to get their livelihood? This Black Johnson go able to change so many things then for them. One of the things then are the fiber boats they will go introduce for let them go able to get them, able to go out and able for even during the bad weather, they go able to go and catch fish. So they are included. Now they're more safe because it's 70% of the fisher folks there. None of the artisanals there. If we not focus on them, we don't lose them. So we'll not go one day and they will make sure say they are really taken care of. They are part of the process. Even when they don't say, if they go back again, now then place them there for beginning to talk, now then waft they say Black Johnson they come and this project are now on your own. Then you talk about poachers them. The poachers them, yes, from inception, from time immemorial they come. But to be candid, we don't put a robust monitoring. Every vessel where we get a VMS. We got the jock, the Navy them, would they work jointly with them for let them go able for monitor the water. Then get like a screen where they show you if any vessel don't go above, it don't go na the EEZ, then they able for know what thing they happen. They go able for call that vessel there for bring and come, or they send somebody there go able, the Navy go able for bring and come and find them. So there's a lot of things that what they do. Even what they try for put this quota management. There's no way we go do quota management if we not get a robust monitoring system. So those are the things that we try for do. Now that make we give us 5 months for see how best to go able for combat this IUU. IUU we will minimize, and even at the West. They no talk say, you know the. There's a way where people they can know what they call, but we want for brand can to that level they will go comfortably say the fish they wade in our water, would they able for take care of her, would they able for get the money we supposed to forget. Then the other thing where you talk about the timeline. I'm glad the way you talk about the timeline. Now 2 years. And you know Chinese man them, if they don't say that they work, then go work day and night. 2 years by God in power, before 2028, 2027, that 2 years go don't reach, we'll go able for handover, then go able for handover now the projects to we. As then they done, then they give you the project. Not to Chinese man they get that project. And the people of Sierra Leone. Then I want to say, yes, the Chinese them, because President Biobi go and they see how much we they work together, they're able to give you this fish certificate. Well, not just sit on there, we don't they put so many things in place. Even the EU, the checklist the way they give you, we don't do so many of them. We are just close by. And then SSF, I don't they go every now and again, I they go meet the EU representative in this country. Then they give me the assurance. He said, Lord, just work together. And by God in power, not so by me in power, before 2028, we were able for access the EU markets. And there are other markets then really where they don't show interest for law, we're able for work with them. There are so many. I'm not able to talk ananaya because some of these things they are way talking, you get so many questions there. But I want for assure I say Salone have one place where people they really want for can trade and the fishing sector now one area.
And we fish them sweet.
Thank you.
They will fish here then sweet, Naya. And so all my wants them. But when they ask for you, let's start first by China. And the biggest. If you talk about market, you talk about people there. Billions. For the first time, with these get certificates now, we don't fish the fisherman and I had the X. They will fish here, then they begin to scaffold now. And go pong. Now so you have been there? Oh, they tell man and they believe. Madam Minister, you don't do well for them fish there. You don't do well for you. The money they carry, because they can't take the fish there and can go steal. But we'll not be to see the money. What President Bill don't do now is we ordinary fishermen and they own fish there now they take bill, register and go they sell. We'll get the return. Let's answer the second set of questions, Madam Minister, for persons with disabilities. The first one I'll be waiting at the skills. For that one, there was a question on an alleged issue of death inside Bondo Bush. Maybe you can comment on that. Ramps for learning institutions and for the commissioner. And then subvention for institutions where they provide social care for disadvantaged groups. And then he say whose mechanisms they will not put in place for special needs in education. Yeah? All right.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank all the listeners there and the one that we also they ask the questions. Skills training for persons with disabilities. Which type of skills? Very interesting question. One thing we will know, we don't always say disability is not inability. So there are different skills. Some people there, we say they're physically impaired, but then they use their hand and you go be amazed if you go see some of the work the way they do. Like this Pope there, where my brother they talk about na McKinney. Now one place where with UNDP support, when a UNDP rehabilitate the building, we able work with them for there. We get some training materials. Some they say na sewing the ones, carpentry, different skills area, computing. Then and they all we don't stock them. And we not only stop there, we even they provide food during the training period and also pay the tutors. The Pope that people there, anybody who want confirm, you go there. The other one at Kisi also, when at the second one. So within the project, the Indian UN Fund they do now for do another 6. And this year we they do 2. One at Cambia, one at Kenema. The next year back we continue with the 4. So then they identify, because now then don't they train, now then they identify like Kenema, so then tell we about weaving. They say then they do very well in that. They also want computing. The same thing with Cambia, who side the current Sludi president, was so forth. They are doing extremely well and know about the capacity and what and they do. They want for increase the number of people that when they train. So we they look at all of them and now the persons with disability organizations themselves they recommend the kinds. But one interesting update to have forget forgive now about the picking them where they live with disabilities. And we're very mindful of that. There is now a plan and program with ECOWAS where they can provide assistive devices for we picking the way they live with disabilities. Because really we want for support them. Me and you know, it's such a huge challenge, but then they go help them. Also, while in New York during the COPs 18, I don't get engagement with the Arab states, and they get something when they do for detect disability. Why lock me here? Why open a last see the picking? Yesterday or day before yesterday, they bring the picking can at my office. Yes. So any life important. If this don't happen, the police then will follow up with the and they work with my colleague minister and agenda and children's affairs for make sure say the police then deliver justice on this. If this is true, but police allegations, so they will have to do their investigation. Why should they follow up? On the issue of subvention, when at the last one on me side, we are challenged. But one thing we don't always do is that I work with partners. And I know some people that don't see me on social media, why they get rest, and they go and distribute. That aged home, now one place down the one, I know they forget when I King George's home. I not only can care rest food items for them, I also don't do them place where they leak. So would they support them when it available? But with government subvention now, it's a challenge, but we keep pushing. And we all know the current situation. But this is something, the minister not be there, don't come back. This is something I'm going to push. But it has been there, and they give them. But now the current challenges, but I will continue for push.
We'll
and I plan for give them food this rainy season.
Thank you, Madam Minister. Commissioner, because we almost did to 3:30, and I want to give them a chance for answer, and we need for try for wrap up. So keep it really brief for media.
All right, okay. So the 2 questions are just a match, one about RAM, and the other now assistive device. First, I want to follow on and say, me not be one party consultant, so everybody be included in that conversation. So I have a very good relationship with them, and I follow up on that. I know they're in our seats. So be rest assured, say, I know this issue, I work with them. Secondly, with the ECOWAS issue for identified disability, we just don't notice that Salon signed the African Disability Protocol yet. It will be part of my policy advocacy, because we want to sign them, it gives a lot of legitimacy for even approach them. But one of the key issues where I think they be missing, where I really push for that, we not get an annual state of disability reports from the National Commission for Persons with Disability. That report for able to highlight a lot of data for put them before the president sign, and we use them for advocacy. Now, one of the things that the way I go drive for make sure so we get a report, we'll go put before the president some of the key recommendations. So the issue about accessibility, ramps, if we not raise, if we not get data, we not go talk them. Just for let you know, I work as I continuously and at the review. I just try for wrap up my work in care. I work as the communications partnership and advocacy director for Sierra Leone and Liberia. I want to tell you, say if we not go to care office now, no sooner I take over, I ensure that there were ramps for all other people they go there. So this is a justification, and the fact say I move for make sure say people with disability get access to everything.
Thank you very much. And since we dey do humble brags, let me say purposeful, the office. Now the one office down there in this country where I go assure you say 100% inclusive. Ramps everywhere across the new office where they move, and now parts of the project I do before I left it. All right, next set of questions. With the mic, logo this. The Anne Bokunaya, and we'll not get better time. So now keep on short. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Lord, do 6. Sharp, sharp.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Victor Tamba Jimmy, sir. The work for Amaze Television. This now to the Commissioner for Persons with Disability. Of course, my mama na a blind person. And for know if any mechanism go there for person with disability, them picking them, because there are some training you go give with person with disability, either for make soap or do other thing. Because of the age, you go get the funding, get the training, but you're not going to put it into reality. But if you help them picking there, you help we becoming mama na blind. I go na blind school and I get connection with most of them. We go there, go help with the picking.
The question we say help the picking there we get with people with disability. Got it. Thank you, sir. Sorry, I need to move fast. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Me honor to the director, acting director of fisheries. I talked to my colleague Saul Amin because he involved in this project. He tell me they go there. Yanda host no been there and after Bokugo bill. Wait me while on do. If that video they day, una plan let the general public see for say.
I go answer that question there for you. No worry.
Yes. Finally, the Minister of Social Welfare don't get a technical person. Mr. Fokwit, Mr. Sheriff, now the Human Rights Commission. I believe say no go they call consultant outside. They make use of his ability. Thank you.
Let not call you as consultants. Okay, clear.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fatih Gosli Mojoshala Usha Conte, and I report for the Women's Voice newspaper. My first question they go to Minister Melrose Community. Inside July 7, 1999, the Loan Peace Agreement where bring TRC, where the government and RAF been signed. Where inside there you be get one recommendation where state say for pay reparation to war victims, especially amputees when NACSA be don't close. My question now, if the Ministry of Social Welfare they provide any support to the victims of the war, more the amputees there, especially women them as repatriation. My second question now, inside one video interview with the aid woman now Kailan district where they aid the persons with disability. It be get complaint, Boku complain where talk about them constraints the way that they face. And one party complain that the welfare, saying they cater for the welfare. Waiting up and the thing the way you don't highlight, sir, Mr. Sheriff, we go bring change and ensure collapse where person with disabilities they go get once and for all.
Thank you very much. Number 4.
Good afternoon. My name is Suleiman Jallo. I write for Expo Times newspaper magazine. Minister of Fisheries, I want to congratulate you for acquiring the certificate. But in your statement, you talk say very soon Sierra Leone will start to export fish out of Sierra Leone to China at free of cost. But you not tell we how long the free get for last. Now the first phase, or even if not free, waiting here for cost government. And to the Minister of Education, Information and Civic Education, I also want to congratulate you on behalf of the media family for the approval of the media and archive policies. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. When I clap on, I don't get one old media policy for the first time. Oh, don't do. Thank you for that.
So my question at that, you dey always tell we say forget the fact and report the fact. And with that, it's very much important we get in touch to the people and we connected to whatever issue comes about. A week or two ago, you tell me say Lewin go to harass you guessed them. But sometimes you guess them can get limited time for tell we exactly what thing they go on. You know, stop we maybe I don't know what you understand by the word harass. But sometimes we can get towards to them for ask for some clarities.
Okay, you want opportunity for the ask follow-up questions?
Sorry?
Your question is you want opportunity for ask follow-up questions.
I'm asking, I know that, Mr. Minister.
Huh?
Allow me to ask me questions, sir.
Yeah, but not time. You know, say you don't take
so
a
like,
while now.
You say Leon go to harass. I don't know what you mean by harass. Tell me say not get in touch to you
Not be
just
there.
after the OTSF.
All right.
What
Clearly, you not been there.
to me that
You not been there for the meeting, eh? You see, you not been there. Now you make so now they misquotes me now. Go ahead, but go answer. Yes.
Yes, me na Bobodan Kamari, right for New Citizen newspaper. So my first question na to Mr. Commissioner. People living with disability then get series of challenges where they face, especially during in a university. For example, some of who privileged for go for college, the Kennedy building, for let them claim are very challenging. So how best by policy go try for engage for lay then where they live with disability, then we'll get somewhere they take class or any bill where they bill, let them make alternative
All
for
right.
them for able to enter.
Access
Done
question,
the last one
yes.
to you, Mr. Minister.
Yes, sir.
The last time, Mr. Balabika from Takugama, where Kai explained to we about the massive encroachment where they take place there. Since then, they don't close. And according to me visit there, it's say up to now, government don't do anything for make sure say they resume back. So waiting I respond towards that, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Final question. There will.
Yes. My name is Mahmoud Sila from the Nature newspaper. My question they go to the Commissioner and the Minister of Social Welfare. Mr. Commissioner, what you go do the unfinished business within a disabled commission? That is the review of the 2011 Act to ensure that review is done this time around. Madam Minister of Social Welfare, the Minister of Information will attest to the fact that we've been in Kenema. Somebody raised up an issue that the Disabled Commission office in Kenema is non-functional. In fact, nobody know the right now. What he go do for revive that office in Kenema?
Thank you very much. All right. So we get a few questions. I want big one. We're already there out of time. So I want big one alone. Take 2 minutes each. Then we'll end with the minister. Most of them again are questions around, for example, reparations, mechanisms for kids, for people with disabilities, access to buildings, and then revision of the act. So we'll take that one, and there are a few for me. So Mr. Go do a minute. Yes, Minister.
All right.
No, make 2 minutes, please.
Now talk quick on the revision of the act, because really Namina the lead on the policy we get for lay and cabinet and parliament. The act has been reviewed. It don't go first na cabinet where we ask for the review. It don't review now, and the only part we don't left now this tripartite recommendation been there we get for do with her. So the Attorney General would they in communication, he don't assign a legal person for let them put her inside there. Now that I don't tell the new commissioner now when me in the work on that day, so I go cry and go back na cabinet very very soon. From there now would they go na parliament. So it's far gone. Instead go talk about what they can do there, but we don't go too far. The other point where you raise or where somebody raised now the victims of war. That victims of war, social welfare might have been working on it since that TRC recommendation prior to my coming, but I also know say NACSA now one institution where they work on that in terms of giving them support. So if I want for address, maybe then two then there. I don't know if any other one the way you ask me.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Kenema.
Oh, the office of the commission.
Oh, the office of the commission. In fact, now one of the things that they will bring this man now the commission, because that place there, like you know, no more we don't dysfunctional, and the government we don't give approval for let them recruit, and no work was done at that level because now the commission for recruit people and they, but you know now social media parade now be deeper. So this new man we don't can it go make sure say that recruitment is done.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'll talk about a capacity gap assessment for understand the structure of the commission. I do that for understand the staff level who said and they said another day, and one of the things I go do now for make sure say we deal with that day. With the issue of welfare, I know say NACSA they support persons with disability. But again, our data now we not get better data on disability in the country. So one of me move now for make sure so we get that data there. We able for work with NACSA, we position ourselves very strategically for deal with anything. And the accessibility university, again, I don't talk say we know they lay these things at the table of the president. If I dey do me state of disability report and I tell you say 28 institutions, then they were not disabled friendly, then I make my recommendation to the president. Now then I go use as advocacy for make sure say we deal with anything and with the acts, of course, apart from the tripartite, I also know about the TRC report, and I just get a quick conversation with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. We don't talk say they're ready for really open the doors for talk with you. For children and caregivers with persons with disability, one of me pride strategy, the last one are empowerment. Empowerment is really very key. And when I talk about empowerment, not only persons with disability, caregivers get a whole lot of something for play. In fact, they need psychosocial counseling for even to understand how to even deal with persons with disability. If we don't do that, we get the principle of do no harm. Why should they provide and support and ask people to support them? We actually go to provide more dangerous situation for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So on the question about the video and the evidence, I'm going to show you, say, we in the Ministry of Fisheries, they work now. We they provide very soon a detailed video where they explain all the steps. And for, you know, don't see say right now, in fact, at the end of this press conference, we will produce, we will share, distribute very widely 10 facts about this project, produce some evidence for now. We they work on a video now, we go there also people and go see the reality. But for we really, this project not so about winning a social media fets, because some of this conversation, we're talking $55 million investment for all mining benefit in the country. President be only wake in the morning and say, oh, I want disadvantaged people. If you want to do that, they don't see that as a pattern. This is not with the car with development. Yes, some people and they complain here and there, but there is laws, and the Ministry of Fish is confident that they follow the laws. Anybody will get an issue, again, this is not a country of laws. We can go lodge a complaint and bring them forward. But it's not so just, the public information is important, but it's not about winning an argument. It's about development. Madam Minister, how long the free they last?
The free reeling are from China. You know, where you send you, where you export, you they pay. Naya, who not get that free Naya? So if you the export, you get for pay Naya, because we need all the revenue. But when you reach China, the taxes where you for pay. Now the government of China, now they stop. They not tell you it's when it go down. So tell where the time they reach, they go tell you. But for now, they're open and now zero tariff. Now so they tell you. But yeah, where you the export, you get for pay we own. You know, say we just don't start, so we get forget to use more export fee. So definitely get for pay. Then the other one, like our minister talk, the host I get right now, the director just don't show me. There was nothing there. The land it be they nothing no day.
They
so
produce
we get
all
so
that.
they send everything. Now that make a kind they say no more. If you really disgruntled, you know you're not happy, go through the law and then you go to the court and see what they go able for do. But what we know as a ministry, we do everything to the letter.
Follow.
Make sure say yes, we follow due process. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One more question will be directed at me. One about media policy. I tell you thank you for that. I congratulate you all. I will all get the policy. My brother, I think you don't be misinformed about the conversation we happen here. And I don't want for talk now, yeah. So I think what will happen, we will discuss after this, because now an internal issue of what I want. And I think it's an example of that. I want to put on the record, say, Ministry of Fisheries and provide some contribution for this press conference. We will not say go understand, because we will share instead of with the minister and can't they with some money one after and go. That's what we meant by harassment. So I think we don't discuss that internally. On the Takugama question, President Bio address even today. Na this na been to manage this now. He talk about and directly and say in governments go act swiftly, even when they don't build mansions. He said they go break and can down and not go left no stone unturned. So my response to that is that I believe in President Bio, what he talk, now they do, and that now it's way they continue for do. I think that are all the questions that we come in. I want to tell una all plenty thank you for una come. I apologize, say we go about 9-10 minutes beyond the time, but I want for particularly tell thank you to we panelists them, the two ministers them, the commissioner and the director for the time. Until we meet again next week, Assalamu alaikum.